errors and suspense accounts. There are the third topics in your syllabus is errors and suspense accounts. Suspense accounts. So errors comes from, okay, of course, when you do errors in terms of when you are recording. So sometimes when you are recording only one entry, meaning that sometimes there is debit but no credit, or sometimes you only credit but no debit. Okay, that's one entry. And sometimes you have an error because of your arithmetic or your calculation. So sometimes you heard people wrong, so you calculate, you dapat 600, but tapi bila when you do the recording you put 900, so memang salah lah. So dia ada tak balance by 300. Okay, so actually you can read further in the notes nanti I bagi. Okay, so all these errors, okay, there are some other errors. Because why errors berlaku? Why errors happen? Because sometimes errors happen because you don't have enough knowledge of accounting. So sometimes you only know debit but you don't know what to credit, so you just leave it there. So memang takkan balance lah. So sometimes you wrongly calculated, like just now. Sometimes you hire people because you want to save money. You want to save money in the company, but you hire a wrong people. So sometimes you do on your own, but you don't have enough information or you don't have any knowledge about accounting. So that's why errors happen. Okay, so all these errors, sometimes it will affect the trial balance, or sometimes it will not affect, or it does not affect the trial balance. Okay. So we will look at this first. Errors that not affect the trial balance, because even though you have an error, but your trial balance still balance. You know what's trial balance? The trial balance is the list of balances that you got at the end of the period, where you have, okay, this, we have sales, purchases, and then cash, bank, and all this some of expenses, your salary, your advertisement. Okay, so you have here. Okay, so it must balance. Okay, the debit and credit must balance. So this is your trial balance. But when you have these errors, but it does not affect your trial balance, because when you do this error, your trial balance still balance. Selalunya if you normally when you have errors, your trial balance tak balance kan? But this time when you have errors but your trial balance still balance, that's very dangerous. You think that, okay, my account is balanced, but it's actually no. So it's dangerous lah. Okay, so there are errors that not affecting trial balance. Okay, I use down. There's one is error. Okay, this is error of omission. How to spell omission? I think, okay, omission. So error of omission, error of commission. How to spell commission? Okay, no problem. I just spell commission. And then 3, error of principal. Then error of original entry. Number 5, complete reversal compensating. Okay, so we will look into one by one of this error. Error of omission, commission, principal, original entry, complete reversal, and compensating. So these errors, if these errors happen, your trial balance still balance. Okay, so we shall look one by one. Okay, first is error of omission. Omission comes from the word, or from the base word omit. Omit means that you forgot, you didn't write. You didn't write into your, you didn't do the journal entry at all. So you forgot to write. Okay, let's say you sell sales to Ahmad cash 100. Okay, by right what you should do is debit cash, credit sales. This is the right journal entry. But the error that you have done, okay, I put this as an error. This is what you should be doing. You should be writing. But actually, what you have done, that you have made an error, there is no debit and credit. No debit and credit because you forgot. Dia lupa kan? Lupa tak tulis apa-apa benda lah. So, how to do correction? So you forgot to write the journal entry. So you nak buat apa when you want to do the correction? Selalunya bila kita lupa, kita ingat balik kan. Bila kita ingat balik, I forgot. So when you remember, you write it back. So just write it back. Okay, this is what you should do. Bila benda dah lupa kan, dah ingat, tulis lah. This is the simplest error of omission. Okay, why is still balance? Because you debit your cash 100 and credit your sales 100. This is balance, right? But what is still balance? Because you didn't write at all. So no debit, no credit. So your trial balance balance lah. So yang ni kadang dangerous. Dangerous because you don't know what happened. Unless when you check back your cash and then I think I have already give you a receipt. Tapi bila tengok receipt, it's not tally with your cash account. So that's why you need to write it back. Okay. What about number 2? Error of commission. Error of commission. Okay, this is error. Okay, example like sales to Ahmad RM 200 on credit was recorded into Ahmed account. Okay, you have made a sale to Ahmad. By right, this is the correct one. Debit account receivable Ahmad and credit sales. Credit sales 200. This is the right journal entry. But you have done wrong. So what is the wrong journal entry that you have made? You have you have recorded into Ahmed account. Sometimes your boss say, okay, Ahmad, there are so many Ahmad inside your record. Ahmad, Muhammad. So there are so many names. So there are so many Muhammad's name and also Ahmad. Okay, so what you have done here, Ahmed is also your AR. Okay, 200. This is wrong, but you have credited your sales. Okay, your sales is correct. Sales is correct, but accidentally you have put into Ahmed account. It should be Ahmad. That's why I put yang right ni Ahmad, yang salah ni yang you dah terbuat Ahmed. You realize that it should be Ahmad. Bila check balik, bila Ahmed dapat statement, Ahmed akan cakap, bila masa I beli pada you, I tak beli pun. Tiba you bagi I statement. Tiba you tengok, oh sorry, bukannya Ahmed, bukan you, Ahmad. So how you remedy this? Try about correction. So sales is correct. So yang right ni, yang betul ni, okay, you cannot credit your sales again, because if you credit your sales again, it will be double. So because sales dah betul lah, because even though you have wrote it wrong here, sini, tapi credit sales memang dah betul. Saya ni pun dah sale memang kat sini, credit pun sale kat sini dah memang betul lah. Yang salah is dekat sini. Sepatutnya debit Ahmad, but you debit Ahmed. So ambil Ahmad ni, yang betul ni parking dulu. Debit Ahmad. So Ahmed dia nak masuk dah tak boleh dah, because Ahmad yang sebenar dah ambil. So now Ahmed should be at the credit side, because kita zero-risekan Ahmed. Kan before this, if you look at Ahmed account, okay, this is Ahmed Ahmed, you dah terbuat dekat sini sales 200 before this lah, Ahmed. Ahmed. And then kan debit Ahmed. Tapi bila you buat correction, you credit Ahmed, so you put here, you put over here 200. So that's why 200 minus 200 zero. So yang ni you letak Ahmad. So sepatutnya belongs to Ahmad. So Ahmed kena kurangkan 200. You have to reduce 200 here. Then this 200 will give to Ahmad. So maknanya 200 minus 200, now Ahmed zero. So there's no 200 in Ahmed's account now, because we have done the correction. This one. So this is error of commission, because you silap letak. Same category, because Ahmad and Ahmed is in the same category. There is AR. Sama lah, Ahmad pun AR, Ahmed pun AR. Okay. Question? Okay, right. Okay, now number 3, error of principle. Error of principle. Principle. Secara prinsipnya salah. So, like, okay, example. Bought motor vehicle RM 40,000 by check was Okay, you have bought 40,000 of motor vehicle, 40,000 worth of motor vehicle. So by check and you record into motor vehicle maintenance account. It's not really logic lah. That's not really logic. Because maintenance is different. Maintenance is your expenses. MV motor vehicle is your asset. So that's why what you should do in the first place, what you should do. Okay, so I always do like this. Okay, this is the correct one. By right, you should debit your MV, credit your bank. Correct? This is what? This is the right one. But you have done wrong by debit your motor vehicle maintenance and credit your bank. So this is what you have done wrong. So is something the correction is something like the error of commission. So it's just that this is the same category, but this is a different category, asset and expenses. But in the nature wise, asset still debit, expenses also debit. The nature there, the nature. So how you do correction? Of course, this does not belong here. It should be. We need to zeroize this motor vehicle maintenance. Okay, so let us take this approach. How to zeroize your expenses account? Before this is at the debit side, you need to credit just to make it something like this. Before this, you put debit 40,000. So if you put here 40,000, so now it's zero. Right, 40 minus 40, yeah. So, okay, or you just take the motor vehicle first because this is the correct one. You put it motor vehicle, and motor vehicle maintenance does not belong here at the debit side, so you have to kick this one at the credit side. So there's two approach. Either how you understand in what way. If you feel that you want to zeroize the motor vehicle maintenance from the debit side, if you want to zeroize, you need to credit. So I put here motor vehicle maintenance credit, and here I put the correct one. So when you do this correction, your account, your trial balance will be balanced. Even though if you didn't do the correction, your trial balance is still balanced because still 40, no problem. Yeah, still okay. Sibuk, background cakap, bunyi. Okay. Now, after principle, error of what? I can't remember. Original entry. Error of original entry. Okay, the name is original entry, but from the name, you can know already. Original entry. Originally, what you put, what you have recorded originally. So it's the unoriginal is something different. Is the mistake that you have done. Okay, so a wrong amount was recorded in the book of original entry. A wrong amount. Okay, let's say we take this example. You purchase of goods. You purchase of goods from Ali 800 was recorded as RM 500 in both accounts. So you purchase of goods from Ali 800 was recorded as 500 in both accounts. So meaning that, okay, should be debit purchase, credit AP Ali. This is the correct one. But you have recorded it wrongly as, says here, both accounts. So debit purchase 500 and credit AP Ali 500. Still balance. Because the debit is same as debit. The debit is same with the credit amount. So still balance. So how you do correction? So the correction should be, okay, purchase we need to reduce or we need to increase. The correct one is this one. You have recorded as 500. So you need to increase by how much? 300. So purchase is always debit, right? If you want to increase purchase, you need to go to the debit side also, right? If you okay, see, so you debit your purchases 300. So because debit 500 is over here, the wrong one, but you add another purchases of 300, so now your total purchase will be 300. What if you want to reduce your purchase? So if you want to reduce your purchase, you go to the credit side. Okay. This one AP Ali, you also need to increase by 300. So if the nature is credit, your liability is credit. So when you add to your liability, you have to go to the credit side as well. Okay. So credit AP Ali 300. So what if, let's say, okay, let's say we do this sales to Abu RM 200 was recorded as 700. Okay, sales to Abu on credit. So, what you should do, the correct one should be debit AR Abu 200 and credit sales 200. This is the correct one. So you have done wrong. You have debited AR Abu as 700 and you credit your sales 700. This is wrong. This is totally wrong. So how you want to remedy or how you want to make correction? Is it you have to reduce sales or you have to increase your sales? you have to decrease your sales. You have to reduce your sales because your actual sales is only 200, but you have mistakenly put it as 700. So how you do correction? Still your correction need to be debit and credit. You cannot just simply, okay, I just take the eraser and then rub and then I do the correction. Cannot, in the accounts you have to do, when you do correction you need to do journal entry. Okay, so you have to reduce. By how much you want to reduce? 500. So 500, how you do this?
Debit sales.
Yes, so you need to debit your sales 500 because just now your sales is 700. So you reduce, you need to go to the opposite. And then credit AR Abu also 500 because just now AR Abu also 700. If you want to reduce, you just go to the opposite. Kind simple. Okay, now you have understand. You have understood this well. This original entry. Okay. Last is error of what?
Complete reversal.
Complete reversal. Complete reversal is an error of you completely reverse. Should be debit, you go to credit, and whatever that should be credit, you go to debit. Tu memang dah tunggang langgang nak terbalik. Okay. So, okay. Payment of electricity of 400 was should be what? Payment of electricity. See, payment of electricity of 400 was recorded wrongly as what you did, debit cash, credit electricity. Should be debit expenses, credit electricity. Okay, this is the real one, or the correct journal entry. Okay, but you have done wrong. Nah, never mind. I rewrite back. Cash 400 and credit so correction. How you do this correction? Rasa? Ini masalah kan? So, pergi yang betul lah. Okay. So, how you do the correction? So, debit $800. Why 800?
400 to cancel, 400 to
400 to cancel and then 400 to add. Okay, so very good. So actually you can do like this also. Okay, this is debit, this is credit. Okay, the correct one should be debit. Let's say this is electricity. So 400 should be here, but you have put 400 electricity is over here. So you need, that's why when you do correction, you need to debit electricity. So mean that you are going to the debit, region. So you jump 400 over here just to make it 0, and then you jump again negative 400. So how many times that you have jumped? 2 times. So 400 and 400. So that's why it 800. The 400 is just to zeroize. The another 400 is to make it to the this one, to the real figure. Same goes to your cash. So cash should be over here, 400 cash. This is your cash. But you have put it here. This is wrong. So what you need to do is you need to go to the credit side because it's credit cash. So jump. First jump, second jump. So the first jump 400, the second jump is 400. So 2 jumps, 400 times 2, 800. Okay, I think that's all. We stop at until complete reversal of 5. So compensating, we just ignore first, because it you may have some confusion later on.